What's going on, folks out there? And you are watching or listening to another episode of the Game and Watch podcast, episode number 93. Thank you all for joining us. I know we're recording in a odd day of the week here. We usually don't do the middle of the week, but hey, we're doing it. I'm your boy, Justin Reed, aka Too Tall for You Fool. I am joined once again by my main man, the F Man, Finest Dabs. Finest, I think you're muted.
I am muted. Yes. What's going on, everyone? Everybody.
And then we're also joined again by Mark, aka Mr. Madness.
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Doing too
Yeah,
well.
doing very well. And then Teditor, he popped in. How you doing, Ted?
Hey, I'm good. How's it going? You guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good, man.
Awesome. What's up? I'm just kind of dinking around with this whole setup stuff. It's been a minute. What's up?
Yeah. I know it's been a minute. Yeah, I know if you're away from it, sometimes you gotta familiarize yourself with everything and do all that.
Looking perfect.
All right. So just a reminder, folks, that the Game and Watch podcast, if you are watching, you can podcast the show. We are available on all major platforms for your listening pleasure. If you're listening to the podcast and you want to watch us, watch our beautiful faces, just check out the show notes. We'll link to our YouTube link in the description of the show notes for wherever you're listening. And also, pretty much for the most part, if you want to support the show, we have a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon. And just otherwise, yeah, just I think, am I forgetting anything? Nope.
No, you got it, man.
All right, yeah, just all right. So it's been an interesting week in gaming. I know we're kind of a week behind, but we will play catch up by our next episode. We're going to talk about some of the games of the year choices so far, with the year about half over. A game not working, and then is everyone skipping Gamescom? All that and more. But first, before we do that, how's everyone been? Finance, I know you just recently had a baby. Ted, you hadn't been here in a minute. How's everyone doing?
Everyone's doing well. I guess I'll start it off. Yeah. No. I didn't have the baby, but my wife did, and
There we go. There we go. Give her props. Yep.
yeah, she's killing it. Everything's going well. He's a healthy little boy. Name's Easton, and he's joining the Dabs family. So we're all dabbing together, one big happy family. And yeah, other than that, just been trying to get in a little bit of game time in between the two kids. And
I'm saying you haven't slept in a while, have you?
you know what? Easton's doing pretty well. He's
Okay.
Since we did it once already, we're able to get him on a pretty solid schedule. But we're up
Right.
every 2 to 4 hours right now. So yeah, it is what it is. But I'm on paternity leave right now, so we're both chilling at home, taking that rest during the day while we can get it.
That's good.
Oh yeah. So aside from that, Ted, how you been? Just
Can't complain, man. Life just, I mean, the world is a crazy place. A lot going on. Just trying to keep focused, trying to keep positive, trying to do my part and try to make it a better place as much as I can. Try to ignore a lot of the craziness out there. But other than that, just living, just doing this whole PhD thing,
Yes.
working, life, all that good stuff. But no, it's been cool trying to find time to game and kind of poking it in there when I can here and there. Just kind of, oh, there's a little slot. Usually happens. Like I think you saw me on late last night. I didn't feel like going to bed. I was having a little insomnia. I was like, it's 1 o'clock. Let me just throw on to this Miles Morales. So just kind of just jumped in for like 30 minutes and before bed. So that's kind of like my game sporadicness now. But everything else is good, man. It's how y'all been? Like it's been too long.
Yeah. Well, Mark, how you been? I know you were on the show a few weeks ago.
Marky
What's new with
Mark, I
you?
miss you, bro.
Hey, what's going on? Everything's good. It's all good.
That's good.
It's all good. It's summertime, so you're busy doing summer things. At least on the
Summer
East Coast
things.
where I live,
Yep.
when the weather's good, you got to enjoy the weather.
Yep.
Ted knows what I'm talking about.
Yes. It's hot and muggy now. I'm
Yeah, I
going
got a pool.
outside later today.
Swimming.
There you go.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm trying to get that gaming in, but my kid's home. He gets a lot of the Xbox time that I wish I could have, but
Right.
it's all good.
Was he like 12 now or something like that, or
He's 10, so he's playing a lot of
10?
crap.
Oh yeah, he's in that like that limbo where it's like he's not playing the really good stuff, but he's not playing the little kitty stuff. He's playing that crap in the middle.
Yeah, he plays some decent games, but he mostly plays Rec Room, Goat Simulator, and Planet Coaster. Those are like the three big ones.
Hey, those are, I mean, Planet. I no joke. The Steam Summer Sale is going on. I just bought RCT1 and RCT2 on it, and I'm gonna go dabble on that and get back in. I'm super excited. So.
Oh man, I remember those, but like Planet Coaster
it's my
is something
jam.
else. It's just,
yeah, I have it too, but
it's super in depth, and I'm like, he controls it like we don't have a PC. He plays it on the Xbox, and the way it's super complicated to play on the Xbox.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I give up. He's like, can you help me build this coaster? And I'm like, no. Let's give me
No.
give me Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
Yes.
The old
Yes.
school.
That's exactly.
Yeah,
I
the
just bought 'em
pre-built
today.
coasters. Yeah, definitely. So aside from that, so I mean, as for me, I've been good. Just a little under the weather, but I'm good now. So I mean,
Yeah, you caught that miss.
Yeah.
I still haven't caught it, so I guess I'm one of the few. I guess at this point,
I have not either.
you haven't got it.
I'm super like I don't do anything, go out at all, and I mask up, and I'm like double boosted. Like I'm like OCD about that stuff, so I don't mess around. So
Yeah. The only vid I got so far is video games. So
yep, there
what's
you go.
up?
Yeah.
What?
Let's talk about that then. What y'all been playing?
I'd say. Let's see. Well, Ted just mentioned the game I was playing, so I'm playing Miles Morales. So
Yep,
I got
same.
that PlayStation Plus Essential
same.
Premium.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was like the first thing I downloaded since I
Same.
didn't get around to that the first time around. So we're on the same page right there. Other than that, Ollie World. I think I talked about this last week. Had some DLC. I recently bought that, and let's see. I think that's all I got right now. I think that's where I'm at. How about you guys?
Ted, I know you're off and on when it comes to the games, but
Yeah.
what have you been playing?
Well, once actually, this summer is kind of like settling down. I'm taking a course at MIT right now, and so that'll be done in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And once I can like breathe a little bit. It's just summer research. So then I'll have time, and then I'm gonna do my streaming. But so then I'll have the game time. But I've got a nice list coming up. So I did download just the RCT 1 and 2. I'm literally looking forward to going through them. I'm gonna be streaming all those. RCT, the Roller Coaster Tycoon, right? The classic edition, which does a kind of like a full, like a little remaster of it, remake. They add stuff. They basically use the Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 models and everything. So I'm looking at that, and number 2, gonna play through those. I'm gonna play the Portal 2 fan made game because I love Portal 2. It's one of my favorite games. I think we have it on the list. There's a fan mod where they add a full length game on top of it. So I'm gonna play through that. That's on Steam. I'm playing Miles Morales. I really like it. It's great. It's only
Great
like
game.
7 hours if you plow it, but I'm kind of just milking it because I'm like, hey, let me have fun. It looks good on the PS5. And then
Is it really that short?
Yeah, it's only like 6-7 hours. If you just mainline it, you're done. But I've probably put in about 12 or 15 just because I'm digging around. But I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, okay, it's like I'm not really getting all the stuff out of it, like on the side missions that I want. But it looks amazing on the PS5. It looks so good. It feels good. It's because there's a couple like qualms I have with it, but overall, like it's fantastic. It's so much fun. Miles is such a great character. They did a great job. I'm looking forward to number 2. And then the last thing is actually on the 19th, Stray comes out. That little game with the cat. Yeah, I'm looking. I bought that. I pre-ordered, so I'm gonna play that. So that's kind of my
the cat game. That's what I call
it. The cat game. Yeah, it is the cat game. Like
wait,
the cat game.
Did you say you pre-ordered it though?
Yeah, he pre-ordered it.
I bought it on Steam.
Oh, okay. I was about to say because you got it free on PlayStation if you have the PlayStation Plus premium.
The
thing.
premium, yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
it comes out on that.
yeah, premium is
Well,
free,
then-
but not
Well,
the.
then I'll do a Steam refund.
Save you
Give me
some
my
money.
$27. Yeah.
And Mark, I know you touched on it a little bit. What your son's playing? What are you playing? Still
I'm
going on at the show?
I'm still playing baseball. You know, that's my big thing. But I also been playing Fall Guys. And I've been waiting for it to come out on Xbox for years. Uh, I didn't
Fall
really have
Guys.
a PC to play it on, and I missed it on PS4 when it was free. So I've been playing Fall Guys, and I don't know if they just throw you in lobbies with like people that stink at first, but I won 3 out of the first games that I'm playing. So
Oh
maybe it's one
wow.
of those. Maybe it's one of those like we'll let people win early on. You might be playing against bots. I don't know. I know that some games do that. Make it. Oh look, I can play. I can win. But I'll keep playing and
Just
keep.
ease you
I
in.
won't go. Yeah. Just it's so easy.
Yeah.
But I've been doing pretty good. Although the last game I played, I got eliminated in the first round, and I got really. I was like, all right, I guess it's getting a little harder here, but it's really fun. I wish they had more stuff like that. Not everything battle royale needs to be a shooter.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, it
Like, is this your
doesn't.
first is this your first foray into Fall Guys? Because I mean, you're like a little late to the party, man. This is like
I
2
am
years
very
ago.
late to the party because it was on. Like at that time, I didn't have PlayStation Plus and I didn't pay for it. I was
Oh,
very
okay.
into Xbox. I'm still an Xbox guy through and through, really. And
Okay.
I don't have a Steam PC that'll run anything that higher than Hearthstone. So
Right.
there's that. But yeah, I'm way behind. But it just makes me have memories of remember 100 versus 100 on
But
Xbox.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Give me more stuff like that. I want
How long
more.
how long have you been playing Fall Guys now?
2 weeks, a week,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
How long it's been out on
Yeah,
Xbox?
it's only been out for a week
exactly.
or two. Yeah.
Give it a week and a half and you'll be done. That's about how
Yeah,
long it
yeah.
lasts. About 3
Yeah,
weeks, 3
it's
4 weeks,
not.
and you'll be bored.
Well, my kid
Yeah.
likes playing it, so
Right, but I'm
watching
just
me
saying
play.
that's how hard I hit it. I was like, oh, this is so fun for like 3 weeks, and I was like, okay, I'm good.
But did
Well,
did you dive head first, like and play it a ton? Because I'm only playing it like 3 or 4 at a time. I'm not like playing for hours.
Oh yeah, no, it's like 30 minutes, and that's all
But-
I could. That's all I have in me for that game.
Yeah.
But Ted, at the
Oh,
beginning,
dang
like that was like when you first that was when the game first came out, right?
It's yeah, but I've
Yeah.
also dabbled here and there. They've added so much season
That's
4.
what I was
think they're on
saying.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Got a
Yeah,
whole bunch of
so-
levels.
yeah,
And then as for me, I've been playing, some of that Shredder's Revenge. Speaking of which, I renewed my Game Pass. We need to come up with a schedule to try to play the game, y'all. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
tonight I have time.
you haven't done. All right. Well, we'll talk to you after show, and then
Yeah.
and then aside from that, I also downloaded another beat 'em up, Streets of Rage 4. I was
Oh,
a
yeah.
little. Yeah.
That's on game. But have you played that yet?
Streets of Rage 4. Yeah. It's not on game. I downloaded it on my Switch, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, on Switch. Ooh.
Yeah.
It runs a little rough. It runs a little rough on Switch.
Isn't that another .emu game?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's really
they're
good.
like-
Really good.
They're reviving the whole genre by themselves.
Yeah.
No,
the-
Streets of Rage 4 is fantastic. I beat it like 4 times. If you want to
It's a
play,
fun
let me
game.
know. Yeah, it's good.
It's amazing how like much they can like differ like brawlers. Like
Yeah.
Turtles and Streets of Rage just have a totally different feel to them, and I just
But
love
a,
good
gu-
brawlers.
yeah, the different feel, but in a good way.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
I enjoy both those games. Like the last brawler I played before that was River City Girls too.
Oh, great game.
Yeah.
Great game.
And
Yeah. That's another
Great.
one I want to get. That's
great game, but like it relies like heavily on the upgrade system, and it's a very difficult game. Like if you're not playing with buddies, like it could be a very difficult game.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
impossible.
Streets of Rage and Turtles, like I could completely play by myself and have like a great time. But then at the
They
same
have so
time,
many difficulties levels in Streets of
Yeah.
Rage that you can kind of tune it, right? There's like 5,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Turtles
4 or
only
5.
3, I think.
Yeah.
Turtles only 3, but yeah, there's like 4 or 5 in Streets of Rage. You can tune it, right? But yeah, River City Girls is definitely tough. Where like the normal is like, okay, I'm going to be having to do everything very, very methodical. Yeah, but no, you're right. They did make them feel like totally different each one, and in a good way. It's like having RPGs feel different. They did a good job. So
Yeah,
very good.
definitely. They did a great job with the game. So yeah, I was just like, I love the amount of turtles that they give us in Shredder's Revenge, but I was like, let me see what else these guys did. And, it'd been sitting on the back burner for a while, so I was just like, why not? With the whole beat 'em up thing. So Streets of Rage 4, heard nothing but good things about it. So dipped into
But this
that.
is your first foray into it? This is your first time playing it, though, that's what I was saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, it's great. It's great.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
good with
It's
two
a very,
people.
very good game. Yeah, very fun. Well, all beat 'em ups I think are really good if you have two or more
I
people
mean,
playing. And then
definitely, all beat 'em ups are basically fun for a little bit, at least an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
at least an hour.
I played Shredder's Revenge with 6 on stream.
Ooh,
Holy
chaos.
chaos. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
blah,
yeah.
blah,
I
blah,
was
blah.
watching the stream for a while, and then it was just like,
You could it
yeah,
was just
I was just
wild.
like, I eventually dipped out. Sorry, man, but
No, it's fine. It's fine, dude. It was absolutely just a wild mess. I couldn't even tell where I was. It's like, woohoo,
yeah, it
button,
was.
button, button, button.
It's hard to engage with your audience streaming that game if it's like 6 people.
I didn't even know what was happening. It was fun though.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then last game I've been playing, I downloaded Electhead, which is that
Which one?
Electhead. It's on Steam. It recently came to Switch also. It's a indie game, kind of similar to the Pedestrian, like a puzzle platformer. Not very long.
Oh,
It's
I think I know.
it's like the music's great. It's like 8-bit music, kind of like Mega Man meets a puzzle platformer, I guess you could
Mhm.
say. It's pretty fun. I mean, if you have you have Steam, definitely check it out if you get a chance. It's a
How do you spell it?
ELEC head.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now for the audience to.
Looks
Yeah,
like Mega
There you
Man.
go.
yeah, kind of is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Mega
It's like,
Man
it's
meets
like
I want to be that guy.
Yeah,
it's a Mega Man puzzle game. That's essentially what
yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
kind of.
literally you can take your head apart. Yeah, it's basically. Oh yeah, I heard about this.
It's a pretty good game. I mean, if you guys get a chance, definitely play it. Like I said, it's a little
Cool.
similar to the Pedestrian in terms of length. So
It's basically it's Mega Man meets I want to be the guy, and or VVVVVV.
yeah, definitely.
Speaking
All
of
right.
Mega Man, are we talking about Mega Man a little
Oh
later?
yeah, drop that knowledge,
TV?
which is what they just announced yesterday.
Well, we're not gonna be. Well, we'll be talking about that in
Oh,
I guess
later. Okay, we'll wait.
a
A
few
little later?
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're trying to get to the stuff that we missed last week. So we're gonna start
Oh,
with let's see, Destiny 2. So Destiny, yeah, Bravo, Yovan, if you guys are listening, doing it live crew, I'm talking to you guys. Yes, they've been paying and getting money. It looks like they agreed to pay Bungie. Looks like Bungie they agreed to pay 13.5 million to let's in damages for a copyright infringement lawsuit. So I mean they had to take care of that, and then on the other one they sued a fan for some cheats, which was 7.6 million. So the copyright infringement, we'll read a little more about that. The company has agreed to a permanent injunction against the creation of any cheating software for Destiny 2 or any other Bungie game. As seen in court documents and a report from Torrent Freak, Bungie accused Canadian cheats company Elite Boss Tech of violating Destiny 2's user agreement with its software, as well as costing the developer exorbitant amounts of money in developing anti-cheat technology. All right. Do we really need this anti-cheat technology in 2022? I mean, come on
Yeah.
now. Like,
Yeah.
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 I,
Have you
I
ever
hate
played a first-person shooter online?
I hate to
yeah,
say that, but it is terrible. It's awful out there
The only
sometimes.
reason we need anti-cheat stuff is because of microtransactions. If a
yeah,
game doesn't have microtransaction or money, it doesn't need anti-cheat stuff. But the second you add that ecosystem and that monetary thing where people can exploit it, that's when you need to implement the anti-cheat stuff, which really sucks. They have the stuff that runs behind your CPU and all that kind of junk. But other than that, like I don't think we should have it. But like as soon as the microtransactions are involved in battle passes, yeah, you got to put that in there because people are going to cheat and you're going to cheat you out of your money. And so it's like, yeah, like
Well,
you
yeah,
really do.
that's the other aspect of the problem is like they're using these cheats to like get cosmetics because they want to look the part. They don't want to go through the effort. They don't want to go through the work.
Which is
But they
fine. I
want to
don't
cheat.
care about that. If it's just cosmetics, it's whatever. But if it's like actual
Yeah.
game stuff, then it's like, but pay to
People will
win
cheat
games.
People will cheat at anything.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Not even in play to win games. They'll cheat and try playing an old Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Can't.
mean,
Can't.
what is it? What is it? Lag switches? I mean, I know people invest in
That's
that.
that's the old stuff. I mean, like you're talking about auto headshots. That's the big one. It's like
Yeah.
auto
Oh yeah.
tracking,
Oh
auto
yeah, I did.
headshots.
I
Like
used to
it's
do that
terrible.
in 1.1, and when I played CS:GO, people would always just have like auto. You're like, what? How did you shoot me through the wall? Like what? Like yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
nuts.
Yeah, it kind of takes the fun out of the games. And
it really takes the fun out of the games. Like,
Right.
it just ruins the experience. Because, like, I mean, soon as, like, if someone's gonna like, camp a spawn or whatever, or yeah, just like camp at a spawn point, and then like you're like taken out like immediately when as soon as you get in, like every time.
Mhm.
I mean, and they're like basically not gonna miss, because they have
Right.
some type of auto aim. There's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
no point in playing at that point.
Yeah, that's cheating. But hey, it's whatever. I don't personally care about cheaters, like unless it's like when it comes to
Are you playing those kind of games though?
yeah. Okay, well, I play real time strategy games, and then when people do cheating on that, it sucks. Like RTS games like Age of Empires, StarCraft, people cheat on that all the time, like auto resources, all the things they can do for those things, which really sucks, But at the same time, it's like if you cheat, do your thing, just hey, hey, devs or mods, block them that way, figure them out, report them, and get them out. But I don't like the anti-cheat software on my device. That's the thing I hate.
yeah, yeah. I mean, cheating is just we gotta just. I mean, it's just hard to play a game
It's the way of the
sometimes.
world. It's
And
humans.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Finance and I, we played Destiny like from its beginning. We saw like a lot of cheating going on, a lot of mods, a lot of just
It is what it is.
yeah, it is what it is. And then just another thing, what do you guys think of Bungie suing a man for 7.6 million for fake Destiny 2 DMCA takedowns?
I think it was necessary.
That's
Yeah.
crap, dude. See, that's where he deserves. See, I'm really pissed off at Nintendo for suing that guy into the dirt recently.
Oh
Because
yeah.
they really treated him like. I mean, honestly, Nintendo, you guys suck. Just a lot of time as a company, like you guys are really trash. But like that's vindictive. So he was trying to do BS there, So he deserves it. That's illegal what he was doing.
Yeah. This affected
He
like the
deserved it.
entire YouTube community. Like
Yeah, he
every
deserved
like
it.
streamer, everyone was like everyone was like going after Bungie. They're like, why are all my videos like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of hours of
Yeah.
content was being taken down because this guy was doing like these fake DMCs.
Yeah, that's malicious intent. Like he
Yeah.
deserves to be like that. That's different than than like a guy running a ROM site and just doing things. He was just being a dick. So screw him.
Yeah. Rude, like just Bungie's already had a tough enough time like with their games. Just for them to have that like people thinking that like Bungie's going after like the YouTube community or streamers and things like that, like really ruins their image because they're the YouTubers and people that are influencers or whoever that are putting out content based on their games. It's a mutual beneficial aspect of all this, and they really support it. And so like for them
also,
just
the timing of the whole thing was real screwy because they just got bought out by Sony, and then a
Yep.
month later, all this stuff was taken down, making it seem like slow down on this. But that's really not
Great
the
point.
case.
Yeah.
Like, some Bungie's like,
It's just
look,
a dude. It's just a dude being a punk. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
some
all
guy
it
being a
was.
punk.
and the reason this lawsuit's so high is because that they're suing for max damages. It's
Right.
precedent setting.
Right. Well, and I actually think in this situation they did probably lose money and time and energy dealing with this problem. Like,
well, yeah, they had to find the guy. It's been months.
Right.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm
had to
glad they
find
finally
him, and then they racked everything up. How many times he did it? Just multiplied
yeah, and then
it by
all the
certain-
things that cost ad revenue too.
Yeah,
It costs like it costs a lot of stuff, and it costs PR damages. Yeah, it's absolutely like this guy was a punk. Like, good. Good.
yeah,
He probably
definitely.
would have got away with it if it was like 1 or 2 videos, but he had to go hog wild.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure everyone gets
come
away
on,
with
guy.
it with one video, like 1 or 2 videos, even like 5.
Yeah,
That's
come
pushing
on,
it.
guy.
But
Well, it'd be believable at that point, but for the
Yeah.
fact that it was like every popular like Destiny streamer, like all of a sudden, like all their videos are disappearing. It's like, whoa, what the heck? Like we've been doing this for 7 years, you know, and longer
Yeah.
at this point, you know, 10
Yeah,
years,
it's
and
more
it's
like, did
like,
you think they wouldn't notice?
yeah.
All right.
And
No,
J-Man, before you dive into that next topic, I want to apologize to you know, the people listening out there that are chatting in. Our chat is not working right now, so we can see what you're typing in, and we appreciate it, but we are unable to respond to it at this time. So,
You
yeah,
mean via like our voices or?
no, we can respond to it via our voices, but
Okay.
there's the chat that we could actually type into
Oh,
to
gotcha.
respond to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
oh,
We
it's not
can't
working.
respond. Yeah, we can't respond to them.
All
So
right, all right. Well, we'll definitely read your comments at the end of the show for whoever is chiming in. So, um, yeah, just keep on chiming in. But yeah, we do see your comments. So, definitely. So Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 1 and 2. You know, they got a good remake. Very well done. I still suck at the game, but hey, it's it's fun if you ever do want to, just jump on the skateboard, try to think you're Tony Hawk or any other skater. But looks like 3 and 4 was planned, but they were abandoned after the Blizzard merger. Excuse me. Vicarious Visions. I guess Activision's one of their developers. They merged with Blizzard.
Hello.
Vicarious Visions. I
Yeah,
think
they
that's the
merged
name.
them. They merged them into Activision.
Yeah, they merged them into Activision, and then the plant.
Making them the Call of Duty. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just cut the plans to make the game just poof. I guess I don't know, up in smoke. I
I
guess
mean Diablo. Excuse me. I said Call of Duty. I meant to say Diablo.
yeah, we know what you mean.
I just look at the Call of Duty came up on the screen.
So I guess here's a quote. Maybe when all the dust settles, Activision and those guys can figure it out. What? I don't know. I don't get this. Like, I
If
guess
you think that it's not going to happen, like Microsoft would love to redo that. Once it goes through, I don't think Microsoft is going to hesitate for a second to take these old IPs and bring them back to the forefront.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I do see it happening later rather than sooner at this point. We just got to wait for the merger to go through, and then
Yeah, I mean, this is the last year that Call of Duty is going to be, you know, annual game. So it's going to be at least every 2 years after this point once Microsoft takes over. So I can very much see like Vicarious Visions being split back off. You know, there's been quite a few companies like that. You know, we saw Hello Bob, that happened to them.
mhm,
And then there was another one, and it seems like all the retro, like all
yeah,
the like companies that like do like retro remakes and stuff are the ones that are being you know, taken and folded into these bigger corporate companies or developers.
yeah. I mean, well, we can only hope. I mean, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 scored a 9 out of 10, on IGN. So, I mean, it's only imaginable what they could do with 3 and 4. So, I mean, hopefully they put them together like they did 1 and 2. I mean, that would make the most sense, right? I think.
Yeah,
But
but
Yeah.
if they don't, it's a cash grab, and you know how I feel about cash grabs.
oh god.
I'll
We
give a
definitely
darn
know.
cash grabs.
Hey.
Yeah.
How do you feel about cash grabs?
I don't like them.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like them, even if it's something he really likes. He doesn't like them.
I'll go out of my
Yeah.
way. I will wait for it to come on Game Pass. I have
Hell
the
yeah. Well, I do that
okay?
anyway. Save cash, baby. I'm totally down for, unless it's the game I'm dying to play. I'm totally down waiting a year for it to come to Game Pass. That's shit. I'll save that money. Shoot.
All
Have
right.
y'all ever heard of inflation?
Yes.
Supply chain?
Inflation. I mean,
Yeah, man, I work in the supply chain. Yeah, so
I think
No,
inflation's going on with some
throwing
games right
buzzwords.
now.
I'm just throwing
So
on buzzwords right now. Just like inflation, supply chain, supply and demand, stock market,
Oh yeah, I
bonds,
mean,
interest rates, housing market.
they
gas
tried to say at
prices.
the
Gas
beginning of the
Gas
year that
prices.
everything with all the games were going to be $70, and luckily we haven't hit that point yet. So
games
Not all
used
of
to
them.
be
No.
expensive years ago. People
Oh
forget
my
that.
god, we paid $89 for Sega Genesis games back in the
I
day.
paid
Yeah,
And
the
that's
N64
$70
games were
95 money.
ridiculous back in the day.
Yeah, it was
Like,
$89.99 at Toys R Us for some games, and that was in '93 money.
yeah,
Come on,
like
Yeah,
that's like
it's like
$125.
$120.
People,
Imagine,
yeah,
you imagine paying $20 for a crappy Super Nintendo game? No.
that you could beat in 3 hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did.
Yeah,
But we
we
did.
did it. I
We did
mean,
that.
yeah.
I
I think the
never,
worst.
I
I
never
think the
did
worst.
any of that.
Yeah, I think the worst ever was N64 paying like 65, almost $70 for GoldenEye. Oh man.
Oh no, dude, no. Before that, Genesis games cost $89.99. I'm telling you, like
Oh no,
I
I
remember,
believe, I
Yeah, I
believe
believe
you.
it too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
eighty
I'm
nine
sure
ninety.
Erased did
I
well.
just
I have
never
a
But
Toys
paid
R
that.
Us. Yeah, I have a Toys R Us catalog. It showed like all these Genesis games, like 89.99, 79.99, 84.99 from Toys R Us during Christmas time. It's like,
There's a
you
reason
know,
why
like
that console's not around anymore. You guys mentioned a whole bunch of consoles that aren't necessarily around besides the Super Nintendo.
oh, the Genesis was huge
Yeah.
and it was awesome.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Moving on. Microsoft confirms Xbox controller shortages. Huh? All right.
Whatever,
look, I have to say,
whatever.
I'm sorry for this one. Some of it's got to be. I have like 9 Xbox controllers. I have so many,
Mark is the
and
issue.
Yeah,
I don't
Mark.
know.
Blame
I
him.
love X.
I have 4.
I love Xbox controllers. I have the 20th anniversary one. I have the new pink one that just came out.
I have a blue.
Um,
I have a blue, a black,
I
camo,
have,
and
I
a
have
white
one
one.
myself.
I just
Yeah,
got a new
just
one for my kid. I got controllers everywhere. If you want to have a 9-player game, come to my house. We can all play on one TV.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah,
What?
yeah. That'd be
there-
nice.
they're having shortages except in the design lab. If you want to do a custom one, there's no shortage there.
Mhm.
Of course not,
No, of
because
course not.
you pay
No,
money.
because they
That's
can jack
coming
up the
directly.
price.
Yeah, it's coming directly from Microsoft too. So, you know.
Yeah, so that definitely. Yeah, Xbox. They are having controller issues right now. I guess with the console shortages. I guess comes controller shortages, and I know PlayStation 2. They've been kind of in this wheelhouse as well because with the PS5
PlayStation
shortage.
2.
No, PlayStation 4. Excuse me.
There's no-
PS4, not PlayStation 2. I mean, I think
I was
everything there is
messing with
done. But yeah, yeah. Apparently, they've been experiencing issues there. I mean, they've had to put out more consoles than expected with the PS4, meaning they've had to make more controllers. So, if you can't find a controller right now, I mean, I know one good place to find them is like the office stores, like Staples, Office
Yeah, I was actually
Depot.
looking for a new
You can
PS4
actually find
controller.
PS4. Yeah, you can actually find like I'm not sure about PS4, but you can actually find like Xbox controllers at like these office stores because computer,
Yeah,
yeah,
all
because
that
they,
good
they
stuff.
work on a computer, so they count as a computer controller. It's the
yeah.
same controller.
That's exactly what, because I sold my PS4 Pro a month ago or whatever, because I
Oh,
got
you
a
sold it.
PS5.
Oh, I
Yeah,
wanted it. No, I'm just
dude, hey, I sold it for 250, man.
250.
Yeah, so I was like, done. Yeah, so but again, it was a mint condition and I took good care of it, control. But like, so as I'm saying, so like I did that and I got a PS5, so it's like I basically got a PS5 for $250, So no, but I loved my PS4 controller for PC games. That's what I used it for, because I love the PS4 controller. It feels so good, and I don't want to take my PS5 controller in here on PC, so I was just like, eh. So I'm just looking for like that, because I have my Xbox controller for like Game Pass games or certain games. I have a couple of those, but I just really like the PS4 controller for PC games.
What about you, F? I know you've been kind of silent here on controllers. How's that PS4 controller treating you?
Yeah. I mean, I got 4 of them. They've been treating me right. I still have my original one, my first one. That black on
They
black.
last for a long time, and the
Yeah.
battery's good on them. They're good controllers.
I wouldn't
I
say
mean,
that. The battery,
I-
yeah, I guess they're okay.
Look at
No, compared to the PS5 or the Xbox controller, are you kidding me? PS5
Xbox
lasts like
controller,
20
I
minutes.
can just change the battery whenever I want.
Exactly, battery.
look at when my PlayStation controller is not in my hands and I'm not playing it, it's on the charger. So I've never had any issues.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's
I'm
how.
brain dead. I forget all the time. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've had no problems with battery life. Those controllers are great. I am looking for another Xbox controller, just so like me and my wife have been playing Tetris a lot lately.
Oh,
Um,
Tetris. Which
yeah,
one?
so
Tetris
that's actually one of the
Which
games
one?
I forgot
Which
about.
one? Tetris
Uh,
Effect?
I
Tetris
don't.
Effect? Is it the
It's
new
no,
one with
it's
Oh,
not,
shiny
Effect.
like?
no, it's not Tetris Effect. I know that one because I want to get that
Okay.
one for VR.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait till I've been waiting to get that one, but
I just got a
it,
VR actually.
yeah, there's 1,000 Tetrises. I don't know which Tetris it is.
Okay.
It's the one on PlayStation 4.
Oh, okay.
That-
one of them.
I
I
think
think it's
I
Tetris
got that
Effect.
one.
It's
No,
not
No,
the
no,
NES.
Tetris
No.
Effect is on it too, but this is another. There's like five Tetrises.
There's like a lot of
Okay.
Tetris games.
Okay, okay.
It's not
So
like
this is like
the old NES Tetris was just like a huge thing now.
Yeah.
I
No,
love old school Tetris.
yeah,
Oh man.
this is
That's like the
this
old
Tetris
school
is
Tetris.
newer. Yeah.
I didn't know they had another Tetris on PS4 other than Effect.
Okay,
Yeah,
give
I didn't
me a
either.
couple minutes. I'm gonna find this Tetris.
Yeah, all right. What do we got? We're running down the list. I got the list
Are
in
you-
front of us.
Is it like competitive? Are you playing against each other?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying
we
to think
play,
of.
we play against each other. Yes.
It's Tetris 64. No, I'm just kidding. That was actually what the new Tetris. That was actually a pretty good Tetris game, though. I think it was the first one. Yeah, I think that was the first one to introduce like garbage and all that stuff, like competitive play. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. But yeah, actually, I think the best controllers out there, believe it or not, and I don't think this company gets enough credit for their controllers. The Nintendo Switch controllers. I don't know about the Joy-Cons because I hardly use those, but those Pro controllers, they last a long time.
I like my Pro controller. People don't like it. I like it.
Yeah, the
You know me,
Switch
I'm
Pro
Keypad
controller.
is great.
I'm an Xbox fanboy. Those the most comfortable for me. But
Fail.
my Pro controller, and I don't really use it that much. It is a sweet piece of hardware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's heavy. It feels good. Xbox controllers, the offset sticks and the shiny flat smoothie buttons. Just
And I'm the opposite. I like the offset stick. So it's a preference
I've
thing.
gotten
I
used
get
to
it.
the off. I've gotten used to offset.
even sticks and flat buttons. That's what I like.
I also play inverted, so I know I'm weird.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the original like Super Nintendo, so I like the line sticks, not the offset.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Like
I mean-
the 8-bit dough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
Play-
the-
8-bit
Play-
dough,
it's
yeah,
great. Good job.
8-bit dough,
Autumn.
yeah. Those Pro controllers for an 8-bit dough are great too. You know, they do last a long time.
yeah.
Great third party.
And then
What
Pop-
else?
Autumn said Puyo
Puyo
Tetris
Puyo, yeah, I
is
just
pretty
saw
fun.
that. Yeah, Puyo Puyo.
But
Hey,
the Tetris that I was talking about is called Tetris Ultimate.
Ultimate.
on
Oh
PlayStation
yeah,
4.
Tetris Ultimate.
I got Ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate's a good Tetris game. Definitely. So
Oh, that's the Ubisoft Tetris one.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Ubisoft.
that's the
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft joint.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, if you do have a PlayStation and you love Tetris, definitely get that one. If you're just looking for an old school kind of Tetris game. But if you have a Switch, Tetris 99, that's where it's at, baby.
99.
Awesome. Tetris 99.
Another
is what's
battle
up.
royale. That's not a shooter. You know me. I like that.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
I've got
that's
my
great.
like 10, 12 wins on Pac-Man 99, so I'm good.
That's the only one I haven't played is Pac-Man.
Oh, it's so almost good.
Yeah, I played it. I played it like once or twice. It's all
It's
right.
addicting as hell, dude. Like I
I
played
might
it for when
almost
it first
play
came
it
out. I
then.
played it for like 3 months straight, and then I said I got 10 wins in it. And I was like, I'm good. But it's so good.
All right. So the next thing on this list, Dice has no plans to make any other games currently. They want to stick to those bad Battlefield games, I guess. I don't know why.
Well,
I mean,
it's
2042.
It's not their fault. It shouldn't have been released, but EA's gotta, they gotta do what they gotta do.
Yep. I mean, it comes down to crunch, and it's just like, hey, it's gonna be a bad game. It's gonna be a bad game. Just delay it. I mean, I know we all hate delays, but I mean, we all hate broken games even more. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
What was
way
the
too much.
last
There's way too
not-
much to play right now.
Right.
It's just, I mean,
The last
but
not real Battlefield game they put out.
what was the last
Battlefield
real
5.
Battlefield?
good Battlefield, maybe Battlefield 1
5.
or 5 or 1. One
I
of
mean,
those.
just
Yeah.
any other game in general. Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2 is all right.
Yeah, you mean
weren't, like, the
you
lead
mean
on
a
it,
shooter that EA put out, or just general EA games?
No, I mean just a dice game that wasn't Battlefield.
Oh.
Really.
Oh,
That's
I'm not
almost
sure.
all they do anyway. Like, I'm not surprised by this news.
Mirror's Edge? I don't know. Mirror's.
I
Yeah,
love Bear
like-
Dead, but
Yeah, I'm
I
a fan
don't
of
know.
it too, but I'm not sure offhand. But
Yeah,
it's just they keep on like the last
they
two
did a
Battlefield
game called
games.
Ultra Core in 2019 between Battlefield 5 and 2042. Ultra Core.
Hmm.
So
Now, what is that?
basically, it goes Battlefield 2042 backwards, then Ultra Core, Battlefield 5, Battlefront, Battlefield 1, Mirror's Edge, Battlefront, Battlefield 4, 3, Battlefield, Medal of Honor, Battlefield.
I mean, they know what makes them money. They know what
Oh,
EA wants.
they did that crappy that almost good Need for Speed Hot Pursuit remake.
It was good.
Yeah, it was almost good, but I'm a super huge fanboy of the original Need for Speed Hot Pursuit on PS1. Oh my god, I played
PS3,
probably close to 1,000
Need for
hours.
Speed 3, Hot Pursuit.
Yes, Need for
It
Speed
was
3
the
Hot Pursuit.
original, but yeah, I think the 2010 one was better.
No,
That's just-
but no, not even close. But yeah,
All right, what were you saying, Finest? I know you got cut off with the.
Oh, I don't know. My mic cut out on me, so I'm not even sure anymore. I was
Oh.
focusing on fixing that, but
Oh.
yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was saying, what's it called? These last two Battlefield games just came out in like broken states, and
Yeah.
like they're just like tarnishing like their reputation. Like no one's gonna want to pick up a Battlefield game like ever again. Just the way they keep on releasing these, and then like expecting like 3 years down the later that they're gonna like be able to patch everything, and then people are gonna want to be able like to come back and play these games. So I don't know. I find it a little bit weird that they only want to concentrate on Battlefield when people just are not as happy with them right now.
I mean, it's just my concern is, isn't that what they're doing anyway? Like they're just giving us news that we already know.
I'm here.
I'm not expecting anything besides Battlefield from them. Maybe a Battlefield battle royale game. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet, but EA already has Apex for their battle royale money, so maybe that's why they haven't done it. I don't know. How much Battlefield do we need? Can we get something new? They won't do anything new or different. It's just the same.
Well, that's what they're saying in this article. They're like, we're doubling down on Battlefield, like, and then they, earlier, what was it, like earlier this year or late last year, they were saying like, who'd they blame? They blamed someone for their game like not being not coming out in a great state. Like they didn't blame COVID, they didn't blame the developer. I don't know, they blamed someone else. And they were just like, oh
we
yeah,
talked about it.
we did talk about it. Yeah.
That. I don't remember why.
Yeah, but they blame someone else for like their game not being in a great state, and it's just like, really, like what's going on in this company right now?
They blamed Halo. They blamed the Halo Infinite drop a month early.
Yeah.
It's like maybe if your game was better, people would want to play it, but you can't compete. It's a game that's free for everybody on Game Pass, really, and it's free for anybody on multiplayer. If nobody wants to play your game, you're the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a few companies that like, are able to dig themselves out of a pit, but I don't feel like DICE is one of them, sadly. Like No Man's Sky, is done like a wonderful job like pulling, their game, but all their updates have been free. I don't think they're giving, I don't think DICE is going to be giving their game free updates, or if they do, it's going to be like one or two, and then they're going to be like, pay for everything else.
Right. I mean, that's an EA thing. EA wants their money.
Yeah, absolutely.
EA is greedy, like most other gaming companies out there, but we'll buy them because we love the games, right?
No, I won't buy them.
I won't buy them. That's what I've been doing. I'm speaking with my wallet.
Same. That's why I've deleted Blizzard games completely off my radar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, hopefully they can get this whole Battlefront thing figured out. I mean, I know there is a Battlefield thing figured out. I know there is a big audience for them. I mean, some people prefer them over the Call of Duty games right now. I think in that aspect, I would have to say Call of Duty's winning. That's just me.
Oh, I mean, Warzone is still the biggest thing out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Warzone. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. All right. So Gamescom, which is Gamescom, which is coming later this summer. Who's gonna be there? I know someone just recently confirmed they're gonna be there, but didn't Ubisoft or someone say they were gonna be there? I don't know, but we know who won't be there. Nintendo and now PlayStation is skipping out on it, and you got to think, is this really necessary if all these companies are skipping out? I mean, we already had Summer Game Fest. What are they going to do here at Gamescom that's going to be any different than,
Well, Gamescom is more than just a show off. It's open to the public, so anybody can go.
Yeah.
So it's like the European E3.
Oh yeah. All right. No.
So
Yeah.
they kind of do. It's like the first time where a lot of regular general public people get to play these games. I don't think it's the first time Sony's dropped out. Nintendo, they don't care anymore. They do whatever the hell they're gonna do. So you know what? When this happens, it leads the way for other people to come in there and just own the whole week of news. And I don't know why they would just not show up at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, PlayStation's been dropping out of everything. Like they're like, we're only gonna do our own events, for the last like 4 or 5 years now. Like even before the pandemic, they were already like,
the PlayStation Experience, and they even stopped that too. So it's
well, yeah,
like,
they stopped that like a couple years before the pandemic also. So
yeah.
PlayStation's very much has been like, hey, we're gonna focus on do our own thing. Those showcases and events cost them so much money to be at, and then on top of that, like you have to have something to show. And companies aren't really doing like I don't know, they're not like really not like doing like not demos, like they're not really not cutting out a slice of the game like they used to. Like before, they used to do like a vertical slice out of games and like show that to you, but then when you play the game, that piece of the game is never actually in it. We really don't see that because it takes a lot of time and effort for them to create those like vertical slices like within games and stuff like that. But Nintendo's doing fine with their Nintendo Directs. Everyone hails the Nintendo Direct as like
Oh yeah.
the greatest thing since sliced bread. And so with us coming out of the pandemic and everyone kind of understanding like how they want to like, or how they can do digital showcases and save a ton of money rather than going to events, I think it's still going to be quite a few years before we see a lot of these bigger companies attending events again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I would love to see a big event again. I mean, maybe not so much the long lines, but just
For E3, it wasn't really open to the public, so that's whatever. But Gamescom is like the big one open to the public, like Tokyo Game Show in a way, and it allows a lot of these little developers to get press that other companies can't. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, yeah, everybody's gonna watch those big ones because they're big companies and they've got the time and resources to put in and get everybody out there. But these little guys, this is their only shot a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is understandable, but at the same time, when you have like the big dogs all pulling out, like I think it does affect attendance. It affects like the amount of people that are going to be able to like, or that want to go to these showcases and that are going to be able to experience and see these like more niche or indie games. So I think you still want some heavy hitters there, at least one to really showcase like their game. So the small indie developers could be, of course, sought out after also.
Right, and I don't doubt it, but it gives you a chance to own a news cycle. You've seen the cycle in gaming. When there's a big event like this, they focus on it for a week, and if Sony doesn't show up and they don't have their own thing that's going on, then nobody's going to talk about Sony for a week. It's all about getting the news cycle flowing out there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
absolutely. Let's see. And just another quick shout out to another person that just chatted in. Our chat's not working right now, but we do see your comments. So go ahead and write in and we will answer any questions you have at the end of the show.
Oh, we can answer verbally though.
We can.
Yeah, we'll answer verbally. Yeah.
Verbally at the end of the show.
Telepathically. So I'm sorry for my messages.
Yeah, I just don't want them to think they're ignored while we're plowing through news. So
yeah, definitely. All right.
Yeah, we should plow through these next few stories. They're kind of blah.
I mean, they're kind of old too, but I mean, we're a week behind.
Yeah.
Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2. It can't be completed on the Switch due to
cool. It's a glitch. Whatever. It's a Switch. It sucks.
I don't know. Well, that's a developer, man. Like, how do you put out a game and make it unbeatable? That's
it's just a glitch.
That's ridiculous.
Because first of all, why is a Switch asking a developer to be able to put the game on it?
Wait, the Switch didn't ask a developer.
I'm not blaming the Switch here. That's on the developer, man. It's an old game. They didn't check. If they had to delay it, they had to delay it. No, that's not on the Switch.
No, but the thing is, how do you know? How do you know that that can't be completed necessarily? Like, there's. I don't know.
They came out and said it.
They
The
said
developer
it.
No,
acknowledged
said
it.
I
you
know.
can't
But
beat
Yeah,
the
they
game.
said it.
making games is
Yeah,
hard. Making games is
yeah.
hard.
But the game was already made. They just had to port it.
Right.
They all they had to do was port it,
Okay,
but they just
okay.
didn't make
All
sure
they
it
had to do was
worked.
port it. Okay, you tell me how to write the C# code to port it to a different console. You tell me how to do it. Do you know how to code? Come on.
Yeah,
As a developer, as a
I can
computer
write it. It's gonna
scientist
take me. It's
myself,
gonna take me a couple of years, but you know.
If they
thank
can
you,
port
thank
it
you.
to Android, they can port it to
As a machine learning engineer, you go write me a machine learning algorithm that ports it to different portability and say how easy that is. Come on,
Look,
man. Like
I'm
making
not
games
talking
isn't
about.
hard.
I'm not talking about how easy and hard it is to do a game. I'm saying that
All they had to do was port it.
No, I'm saying that the time that they spent making the game or porting the game, they should have done the proper QA testing like every other developer out
Okay,
there
Yeah.
before they
with
put out a
what
game.
money during the pandemic, during things. See, I understand it's a thing that happens. It sucks, but again, if you're complaining right now that you want to play a 15-year-old game, came out in 2004 game on the Switch, there's a
That's
lot of
all
other
the
ways
Switch
they
is. That's
try.
almost every game.
No, but I'm saying it's a 15-year-old game. You want to play it on
I,
the Switch?
I'm still defending the Switch.
Oh.
The Switch didn't ask for it. Nintendo didn't
No,
ask for it.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not on the Switch right now either. I'm just saying that the fact that this shouldn't be that much of a news story because it's like, okay, bummer. They
It's
messed
just
up.
funny. It's just fun.
I
Fix
just
it.
want to
That-
point out that it is a almost 20-year-old game. Thank
Yeah,
you
it
very
came out in
much.
2004, right?
Yes.
2004,
It
yeah,
should be a
almost 20
little
years.
easier considering the fact that this game has
No,
been
that's the
ported to
opposite. It came out
everything. It's been ported
Yes,
to
but that's the
everything.
But that's the problem.
My
Older games
refrigerator
are
could probably play it.
no, that's it's the complete opposite thought process. Older games are actually harder to port than newer games.
Not if it's
That's
already
the-
been ported.
Yes, but it's been ported to PC and other consoles in containers. The Switch is a newer piece of hardware that doesn't have a lot of power, so it's a lot different. No.
But that
Older
doesn't-
games, like that's why old games you can't just run them on your Windows 10. They don't work anymore because yet that's why GOG exists.
it's still
because-
bad business. If you know a game is broken and
course,
you,
Yeah,
I
it
agree.
is.
and you put it out and you can't finish the game. These are your consumers. These are people supporting you as a developer.
Now the only thing
or
is
you-
I didn't read the story,
Company,
so like,
yeah.
did they know before they put it out that it couldn't be beaten, or did they just find out?
They
after?
put it was a Twitter. It was on Twitter. I could pull it up real quick.
They-
I'm saying, but
Hold on.
did
they
they know and then they actively demolished because that's
Well-
malicious. But if they didn't, then
no one can say, but they should know through proper QA testing.
but that costs money and time. And so these smaller developers who they gave to port the device because they're giving this game to port. The original studios aren't doing the ports. You don't understand that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
these
yeah.
are smaller
Yeah.
studios. So they have to use their 7-man team to work on this code from quote like 20 years ago to try to get it to a new device underpowered. And so they did as much QA as they can that they have the budget because the team's like, hey, you have $200,000 to do this, to pay all 7 of you guys, get it done on this day. And so it's like if
Look
they
at-
made a mistake, they made a mistake. So
regardless of that, I mean, if they put out the game and they're gonna have to fix it anyway, they should
Okay.
should just
but
spend the
but
time
again, but
initially.
my whole thing is you don't know if you didn't put the QA time, if you didn't have the time in. So like if they did it and they knew it was broken, they put it out, that is bad. If it's just the thing, it can't be completed, then that is bad. Just like the original Ninja Turtles game, you can't play it right. You get stuck on Donatello, he can't get through, like you can't beat it on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's certain things like
It's like
but-
you're talking NES though. We're talking. This is the company that did this. This the only thing they do is port.
yes,
Only thing they do is-
exactly. Right,
They should
but
be pretty good at porting if that's the only thing they do.
yes, but porting is not easy. Well,
I'm not saying
saying
it's,
it's
it's bad. It's bad business, just regardless. Like if you cannot look it.
it's only bad business if they did it maliciously. If you made a mistake, you made a mistake. You didn't know because like that's a thing that they couldn't have known. That
But
you
you
never
should
know.
know. You should be able. If you're going to port something to something, if you're going to bring a someone else's game to a new system, you should at least you
Test
should
it.
be able to do is be able
Test
to
it.
make. You can play the game
Or
from beginning to end.
or the developers or the publishers should pay the developers to QA the game enough to QA the game because they pay them to develop. They don't pay them to QA. Developers are not QA. They're different entities. That's how game development. I mean, I worked in game developments for years. That's what no. QA departments are different than development departments. You develop the game. You
I
don't
know
QA.
that.
So you need a budget for QA. So just
I'm
because
not-
you're developing the game and coding it doesn't mean you're QAing every level. You don't have time to do it. You're coding. So they need a QA department. So the publisher needs to be able to. So whoever published the game is the problem, not the develop, not the port house.
There's going to be different departments for everything. The fact is, they're all working on different things to bring one thing together. At the end,
exactly. So the publisher is at fault here. Yes, not the developer.
Well, I mean, someone missed something, and the fact that you can't beat the game, that's a problem. I mean, if you're paying $40-$50 for this port from 15 years ago and can't beat the game, I ain't gonna care whose fault it is. That's a problem.
It's the publisher's fault.
Looking at this
and
article,
Nintendo's fault.
Looking at this article, they were reached out to multiple times about this game being broken. They ignored the replies from the community over and over until they were bombarded enough to where it says that they eventually answered, and then that they acknowledge that they know the game is broken after several weeks. Okay, so at some point they knew the game was broken. They tried to hide it, or they tried to just say nothing. But there was enough anger in the community that they finally said something because they had to. Bad business. I'm just saying, bad business.
That's bad business. Yeah, that is for sure.
Yeah. All right. That is pretty. Let's see. Next topic.
Just move it. Sweep that one under the rug. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Cutting you guys off.
My bad. Overwatch 2 will replace the original game at launch. So if you're playing Overwatch and you still want to play Overwatch, you gotta convert to Overwatch 2. It sounds like. Let's see. During a Reddit AMA, Overwatch 2 director Aaron Keller. Yeah. I guess here's a quote here.
Why are you calling it Overwatch 2?
Yeah, I mean, I guess Destiny to Destiny 2. I mean, you had to do the same thing, right? I mean,
but Destiny's still live. That's the thing. Like you have the option to if you have Destiny 1, you can still play Destiny 1 to this day, and you can still play online. You can still play on those servers, and you paid for that game. I mean, of course, servers are taken down every day, but this is a first where like the second version of a game is coming out, and they are immediately like, "Hey, you can't play that original game." What original game?
You cut out again,
Your mic is out again, but
when all right, I have see a quote here. Yeah, let's see. When Overwatch 2 launches on October 4th, it will be a replacement for the current live service. So yeah, like Finance was saying, it's going to replace the whole service. So Overwatch will be unplayable, unlike Destiny, where you can still play it on the servers. So I mean, with that being said, are you guys outraged by this, or do you guys?
No,
no, not. I mean,
I don't
really play Overwatch.
I don't care. It's only because they have Overwatch League. Like that's the only reason. Let's be real here. They don't want to support the old one anymore, and they have so much invested in Overwatch League. They gotta get everybody playing the new one. So that's the only reason, really.
It just sucks for people that like purchase that original game. Like you know, it's just like if you bought a physical edition,
money, they
like
don't
that
care
edition
about you no more.
Yeah, no, they don't. Which is a reason why you shouldn't buy the second one, because the third one will come out in 5 years.
You should not buy anything from Blizzard right now. I've been boycotting them since 2018, since the China and Hong Kong stuff. So like, and I was a diehard Diablo player and Warcraft player. Like I'd be diehard, like hours and thousands of hours, but I've deleted everything out there. Like, and I just stayed away from it, even though I want to play Diablo 4, but I'm not going to play it until they get their stuff together, until Bobby Kotick leaves and like all this stuff like that. No, I'm out. Like, I'm not messing with any of that. Like, yeah. So it's just another example of them just being tone deaf and being just a shitty company. So
yeah,
vote with your wallet.
Agreed.
Don't buy it.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. FromSoft is recruiting for several new projects. So let's see. The creators of Elden Ring and Dark Souls, developer FromSoft has today published a new recruitment website that invites candidates to apply for various candidates to apply for a variety of new positions at the studio. So it looks like FromSoft has a new project in the works, and let's see. FromSoft's next game is in the final stages of development. Let's see. So looks like we have a lot coming from FromSoft. I mean, let's see. Is it just, are you guys is this Mark? Is this something you're looking forward to with the new FromSoft game or?
Me, I don't. I'm not a From Software kind of guy.
I hate FromSoft games personally. I despise them. So
You didn't like Elden
Yeah,
Ring?
I don't play
I am
FromSoft
not.
games. Yes.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. I don't like Dark
Same.
Souls games.
Same.
Soulsborne, was they're calling them these days. I
Yeah,
don't like
same.
the feel of the game.
Banging your
And
head
like
against the wall, the weird floatiness, just the heavy.
the what's the parry system? I hate it. I can't stand it.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't do it.
Wow. All right. Well, I love FromSoft games, especially Armored Core. So
well, that's different. That's different. Armored Core is a different beast.
okay.
Yeah, everything
Okay.
Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, all those.
Oh yeah. FromSoft. I mean, I
Armored Core,
Bloodborne I
though.
enjoyed.
On PS1.
You know,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then Armored Core was my jam. So
Me too, but
and they said they were working on this game, and it's been, I don't know how long it's been. I think the PS3 was the last
years.
time that we've seen one. Yeah,
12
so
years,
it's
I
been
think.
quite some time. So excited to see, like, after all their experience and all their success in making those Soulsborne games, to see what they can come out with a mech game. Because those games were heavy on micromanagement of, like, make sure you're not overheating, and make sure these arms work with these legs and they work with this core. And it was really a game that got me into RPGs and numbers. And definitely not for everyone, but
that first Armored Core game on PlayStation, though, I played that so much. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, so good. So good.
Yeah, going against Nine Ball. The last boss.
I used to do and I used to just do like the versus mode with my sister, where you could just like you just basically build your own little mech before you play each other. We just run around the environment for 3 minutes, the timer, and then just stop and do it again over and over and over and shoot each other. It was just like fun. It's like these big open trees. You just like change the color of your mech for like 45 minutes and then just play for 3 minutes and then just do it again for 45 minutes, change your mech, and then run around for 3 minutes. And it's just like,
I absolutely love that. Yeah, the boost, like just having like different generators that allowed you like different boosts, like, and making like a lighter mech that could like fly forever was great.
That was in 2 when they invented that kind of stuff. And that's when it got crazy. Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, enjoyed the game regardless. And then it started to get in the PS3. It started to get like out there, and then
5 came out. I want to say like 2011, 2012, something like that. So and I haven't played Armored Core since like 3. But yeah, I would take another 6. I'd play with that.
Right here, there we go. We'll play together.
Absolutely. Just as long as it's not Bloodborne
you
or
won't
whatever.
play together. You'll customize your mech for 45 minutes.
Yep.
Play
Exactly.
for 3 minutes together.
That's fun too, though. That's
fun.
Though. Like that's the whole point of it. Like you can make your mech
if you're into that kind of thing, I guess. I'm not. I just want to
Well,
play
I mean,
the
like,
game.
Well, like, do you have games where you like to customize your character the way it looks like, or like the different things, right? There's certain things you like.
I can see what Mark is talking about.
I spend 5 minutes trying to make it look like me, and then I give up.
Well, no, I'm saying, but are there games where you like to customize things? There has to be. Like everyone likes
for me.
Everyone,
WWE 2K22.
Yeah, I see.
Wrestler.
Some like cars, some like.
I mean, even like NBA 2K, the 2K series, like you can make like custom courts and stuff. Like 2K, it's like it's so overwhelming what you can do with that game. I think I spent more time customizing stuff than actually playing. But that's playing the game. If you want to customize the stuff, that's okay.
Exactly. That's playing. Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. Yeah. Because there's a lot of games that
it's just not for me. It's not for me. I just want to play the actual game. I don't want to customize. Like, I don't want to spend hours customizing something.
But what if the game is customizing like a city builder or sand builder, like, or something like where you're doing stuff like
a roller coaster?
Roller coaster.
Like exactly.
A city, like some city or something.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Kind of.
No, it is because you're making your things your own.
But that's the main. Is that the main focus of the game, or is the main focus supposed to be the combat or the basketball or the sport or whatever?
Well, think about it. Some people who play roller coaster, people who play Roller Coaster Tycoon or whatever, they spend so much time making their part look great, like doing all the shrubbery and everything, then making cool roller coasters, right? Making it symmetrical and beautiful, right? Some people make the coolest, biggest roller coasters. Some people make the most immersive business sim where they have all like the employees and making money. So everyone has their own little customization thing. So, but yeah, I think for me, Armored Core, the game was cool. It was fun just blowing up mech stuff, but the customization of that game made it even more because it literally felt like you were building your own mech, like from the ground up. And that's what I was like, whoa, like I did that. Like I blew up that boss, not because I pushed X, but because I did all the steps to get to that thing. So when I pushed X, it blew his head off.
Yeah,
I guess.
there's
I
missions,
just
there's
like a
missions and
simpler
stuff.
approach.
Yeah.
Like a simpler approach.
There might be an
Fair
auto build like feature
for
or
sure,
something like
for
in this
sure,
one.
for sure.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, but you're never gonna go to GT just to race the cars ever. Play Forza, play Need for Speed. If you're playing GT, then you are going in there to adjust your tire pressure and adjust how your rim weight ratio to the outer to end. To adjust your suspension dynamics, adjust your car, Cadillac converter rate. That's what you're doing.
God, I just go in and download whatever gets me the challenge I need to do.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In Gran Turismo, that's what you're going to that game for, right? But in Forza or Need for Speed, give me a race. Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
All right.
race.
And Armored Core is you're going in there to like customize and enjoy all the deep RPG that like Finest likes and stuff like that for sure.
All right. Definitely. All right. Well, enough from FromSoft.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Sonic Origins. I guess the developer is very happy with the current state of the remastered collection.
You fans just don't understand. That's what they said.
Yeah. Here's a quote from the Twitter. This is frustrating. I won't lie, and I say that there weren't issues in what we gave Sega, but what is in Sonic Origins is also not what we turned in. Integration introduced some wild bugs that conventional logic would have one believe were our responsibility. A lot of them aren't. And this is the company that worked on Sonic Mania. So I mean,
Christian Whitehead.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was him himself, but it is the company.
Well, that's his company. So.
Yeah, but yeah, they worked on Sonic Mania. So yeah, they helped put this game together. Well, somewhat. I guess what they turned into Sega wasn't used or something. So in that regard, looks like from what I've been reading, it's really only like the Sonic 3 stuff that didn't come out as planned as they would have liked. I know with Sonic 3, I know some of the music had to be changed because of the urban legend Michael Jackson produced music for the game, which was officially been confirmed.
Oh, they walked that back.
Oh, they walked.
They said Michael Jackson did not help out with music on this game.
I mean, we all know it's true, but yeah, that was another Twitter story for another time. But I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on them just stating to the public that this isn't the game that they wanted fans to see? Do you think it could have been? Do you think it's fine? I mean, from what I've seen, it looks fine to me.
The game comes out.
I mean, the game's out already, so I mean, I've read reviews. Reviews, they're pretty good.
Oh, is it out? I thought it came out soon.
Sonic Origins. Sonic Origins is out. Not to be.
Last week.
Yeah,
that's because I remember seeing the trailer and it said it's like empty and weird and stuff like that.
That's
Frontiers.
That's Frontiers.
This is the collections thing. Yeah, the collections. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
Overpriced collection.
Yeah, I think it's completely unnecessary, but.
Yeah, no. That's pretty horrible. And this is actually like what you're speaking to earlier, Ted. Just the developer creating a game, and then the publisher, it being Sega this time, changing the game on the back end to suit their ends, and kind of destroying the developer's vision for the remake.
Yeah,
Christian Whitehead is awesome. Like, yeah, and then Headcanon, his studio, it's great. Like, I love what he does. What he did with Sonic Mania was absolutely mind blowing. And this guy is so talented, and he's like eating him. It's eating up at him because he cares so much, right? And so if they did, like you said, find a second to step in behind and be like, oh, play the old bait and switch with him, and like kind of monetize some things or cut a couple things out at the last second, he's like, "Yo, fool, like what?"
And for what? Why did it have to release now? What's the significance? It could have been released at any
Yeah,
time.
no, it does. Movies, the movie just came out. They wanted to try to get as close to the movie release as possible. That's what they were trying to get.
No,
And
it
so
came out in February. It's been months.
I I know, but it just got released on streaming in November and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so they're trying to coincide with release, and they're trying to build another brand because they have other things going. If you look at like in companies, they have a big marketing timeline where they have like algorithms that look at the best ROI and like graphs. Like if you release here,
Oh,
you'll
I
get
don't
this
doubt it.
percentage. So like this was the time that they had to release it, and it was probably too early or too late or cut features, so it just worked on. They crunch some numbers and they're like, oh, put it there, even though it made no sense.
My
And
my kid loves the Sonic movies. Okay,
yeah,
1 and 2. He has no interest in playing the games.
of course
Absolutely
not. Of course
zero.
not. Sonic is a movie star. He's not a video game character.
Well, Sonic is bigger than he ever was now that he's a movie star. I mean, let's be real about this.
I have
I
watched
mean, kind of, yeah.
more of the Sonic movies than I have played in of the Sonic games in the last couple.
Recently, of course. I'm I'm gonna watch 2. I haven't watched 2 yet. I'm gonna watch it soon.
Two is good. Two, it's funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
It's enjoyable. It's corny, but
Yeah, it's what you expect.
Right.
Yeah.
It's natural. Like when you have like these games that are like actually like relatively good games and they're around long enough, they're multi-generational. Like
Yeah.
I love Sonic. Justin loves Sonic. You guys, probably love Sonic. I don't know, but like then you like push that nostalgia onto your kids and they share it with their friends, and then all of a sudden everyone's watching Sonic movies as a big happy family. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
like the
have been
neighbors across the
trying to
street.
push my
For me.
nostalgia for years on my kid, and it just does not work. It just not. Let me just tell you, okay? I would love to push some things on him. He's like, whatever. I'm gonna play Rec
Yeah.
Room and Roblox.
What console did your child start with?
Xbox.
Okay, that's probably why then. I mean, I don't know. Like I want
Finance has a plan. Finance.
Yeah, my son's getting like all these retro consoles behind me. Like he's getting like my Nintendo, my Super Nintendo, and that's all he's gonna have initially. So and then after that he can
Hey, look,
graduate to other consoles.
here's a good way to play Sonic Origins.
Retro Arch.
It's been released already.
Whoops.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the only thing that you can do in this collection, I guess, if you care, I know they did this for like the Android version of the original Sonic the Hedgehog. You can play as Tails and Knuckles.
That's cool. There's some cool things.
That's like, cool. I mean, and then you can also do the spin move in the first Sonic game. You couldn't do that in the first game. I don't think a lot of people remember that now, but you couldn't. But you can do that now. So
which is
they
cool.
made some changes. At least for the first game, I'll give them that much.
And the second game, yeah. So because you can play Knuckles in 2, which Knuckles didn't show up until 3 or 4. So
yeah,
so
and then
put 3 in Knuckles.
You could put the Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, it had that backwards compatibility with Sonic 2, but the first game though.
Sega was smart. They let you do it 30 years ago. Now they're gonna charge me for it again.
Yeah, I think honestly, for a preservation type thing, it's cool, but $40, I'm like, I mean, if this kind of came out in 1999, sure. Like,
I mean, I think the only gripe I have on it is they could have just added some more games. They could have given us like Sonic Spinball or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine,
or
even Sonic 3D Blast. I mean, they could have given us like a couple more games.
Sonic CD, Sonic
CD's,
Adventure 2.
Sonic CD's on there.
Just throw it in. They've already done it. Just throw it in.
Listen. You guys don't get it though. What's the name of this collection?
Origins.
Sonic Origins.
The next one's gonna be but listen, the next one is gonna be Sonic
3D
Next Generation, or it's gonna be like Sonic Next Phase. And it's gonna have Sonic CD, Sonic Spinball, Sonic 3D Blast.
They did
Sonic,
the same thing with the GameCube. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Sonic Generation. And then the next one's gonna be like Sonic, the third one, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Generation, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Forces.
Oh yeah, they're gonna try to get as much money from you as possible. And my problem isn't the price.
Nobody wants.
And my problem isn't the amount of games that they have on this, because it's optional to buy. You don't have to go and buy it. All these games have been so many other places. My problem is them delisting all the
that-
other
that's
games
fine
that
as
were
it- yeah.
available in the collection prior to them releasing the
thing.
collection.
That's the thing.
That is
Yeah.
the shitty part about this. It's like,
But
It's
It'd
like-
be, I think it'd be
but,
easy to
well,
buy for some people if
why
they
are we
didn't do that.
surprised? Why are we surprised? It happens all the time. Like that's my thing. Is it's like we know this happens. We know it's bad. It's like, why are we surprised? So I'm just like, whatever. Just don't buy it. Like, honestly, like if you have a copy of the game, which I'm sure you do, use RetroArch to preserve it and to back it up.
Well, I mean, yeah,
That is a
that is an
solution.
option. That is a solution. I mean, yeah, not
Because
everyone's
I do
solution.
have many copies of those games. Like literally, right?
Yeah.
here, actually. It's in the drawer over there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, there are plenty of ways to still play these games. All right. With that being said, that's going to do it for the gaming news callouts. We're going to get into our main discussion. We know the year's half over. Finance definitely, he put together the outline, so I think he chose a great discussion topic. Best reviewed games and what we think should be the game of the year so far, and what games we think shouldn't be game of the year or that we think got rated a little too high. So, I mean, I know you guys probably did a little bit of looking at some of the games that have come out so far. I can go ahead and start. I'll start with what I think should have been rated lower. I'll throw one game out there. Gran Turismo 7. I think that was rated a little too high.
What was it rated?
I think it got a 9 out of 10 on
Oh, well, the microtransactions knock it down to a 6 automatically.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's just
The
the initial
ecosystem.
review. Yeah.
No, because you had to pay like thousands of dollars literally for a car. Like this.
Yeah, we talked about it back in
Yeah.
April,
Exactly,
March,
yeah.
April when it came
Mhm.
out. So, I mean, that's a game I feel that definitely should be knocked down. I don't think it's worth a 9 now. I mean, even with them fixing everything. Any games out there that you think that's on the list that was rated too high that should be knocked down from its initial score? Looks like we only went with games that were rated 8 or higher.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Like you
So
guys
obviously
mentioned
IGN one,
Bloodborne.
right?
There's Metacritic and IGN on the outline, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I mean, you guys kind of knocked on Bloodborne. I'm actually shocked. So did anyone else play that? Because I'm actually I
Wait a
put
minute.
it to the side right now because I don't have the time for it.
Wait,
But
did you mean Elden
Which
Ring?
Blood-
Not Bloodborne?
Elden
You
Ring,
mean
Elden Ring,
You mean
Elden
Ring,
Ring,
Elden
Elden
Ring.
Ring.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Elden
I'm
Ring.
like, Bloodborne. That's like a 5-year-old
I'm like,
game.
what?
yeah, I said Bloodborne like 5 times. I meant Elden.
Get
No,
that baby
Elden
brain going.
No, absolutely. Elden Ring should be a
FromSoft.
10. Elden Ring should be a 10. Like with the
I
amount
mean,
of
I'm
reviews,
not the biggest. I mean, I tried it. It wasn't for me, but I mean,
It's a 10.
it's a 10. I mean,
Period.
I think it's a good game. Just because I suck at it, I'm not gonna let
exactly.
my bias
With-
get in front of it.
With
I
the
mean,
amount of stuff I keep watching that I see in it, with the amount of just love and reception I see for it, with the amount of support they're doing for it and continued updates, with just the vast replayability and different, it's a 10. Like it is. It's defining this generation and it's single player. There's no microtransaction. It's just a big ass good game. It's
Mhm.
perfect. Like that should be that honestly at this point should be game of the year until God of War comes out.
If it comes out this year.
if it comes out,
No, no.
hopefully.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
sure. I'm pretty
So
sure.
they're-
it's gonna
Wasn't
say
Sony
May.
supposed to release the date for it this week?
I think it's November-ish. Yeah.
I already
but no,
gave a date. November 22nd.
Yeah, November. Yeah.
No,
22.
11th.
11.
Yeah,
11.
11.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
take that Starfield day. That's what we think
Yeah.
is gonna happen. I think it's gonna come out in October, but
the Skyrim 11/11/11 day.
Yep.
and then another game that I think got rated a little too high. This one got an 8. And yeah, I am gonna call this game out. Mario Strikers Battle League.
Mm.
There is not enough to do in that game.
Mhm.
Yeah, that it got an 8. I think it should be at least a 6.
Mm.
At most a 6. It just wasn't enough to do in the game. I feel they didn't put as much in what you could do in the GameCube version. I mean, unless they're gonna do it later. But I'm not
Yeah, they
saying
probably will.
I'm not saying go in like super complete, but like you got to give us more than what you than that, man. I mean that's what I'm saying. So you guys have heard enough from me. Any games out there
I think Tunic should be dropped down to about an 8. I
Okay.
played a lot of Tunic. It was some really cool concepts, but the combat alone just drops it down. Like it's like Fez. It's like 3D Fez. It's really, really cool. It's the page. I played probably 23 hours, almost beat it, got pretty close. I was like, probably 80% done. I just couldn't finish it, man. Like, and then you can drop it down just to like God mode where you can just be like invincible, so you can just go through the game. But that's kind of a knock on it, I think. The fact that most people like did that. But it's very, very good. But a 9 is pushing it, but that's getting nitty gritty. It was a great game. It was fun while I played it, but I just don't think a 9 is there. But like an 8.5, sure, yeah, but it doesn't get to that 9 tier for me, even though it's pretty darn good, fun thing to do.
I think it's one of those things where there's just not a lot of stuff releasing
Yeah.
right now. So yeah, it's a 9 right now, but compared to other things, it might not be really.
Yeah, no, I can say that because I put in like 25 hours into it, and it was just like maybe yeah, just over 20. I know that. I know it was over 20, but it's just like it was really good. It kept me going long enough until it didn't. Until I just hit the wall. I was like, okay, I can't deal with this combat anymore. Like it just doesn't feel good. I just can't. Like I just kind of let it pass because the game was like intriguing and everything. But once you get down to like where it's sprawling, you're starting to figure out all the puzzles. Now you have to find like the few puzzles, right? Because I found all the crazy puzzles. I'm getting a little closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to like the end point where okay, now I have an actual goal. I know how to get to the second like space-time continuum thing that you're doing in there. I don't want spoilers. Then it's like, okay, I have to do this. And then I have to actually engage with the combat and actually do the system. Then it's like, oh, now I'm not just exploring anymore. I'm doing the game, which is, I was like, all right, I'm good. Look up the ending. Cool. That was great. So, but yeah.
I haven't played enough of everything that's come out this year to really give any comments on Game of the Year or anything like that. So I'm just waiting on a lot of things that are coming out. I've only really been playing a couple games that either are sports games, and I'm not going to say a sports game is Game of the Year.
Yeah, like what sports games?
Like the stuff that comes out last year.
Oh.
I've been playing MLB The Show. I love baseball.
Oh, hey, the show, that's awesome. It was on Xbox this year. That's great. I mean, that's like it's
even on the Switch this year. It's even
seeing the show on other consoles. Just still to this day, I'm like, huh?
Yeah, and
I
then
know, it's a bit wild, and MLB loves putting it on Game Pass because they make a ton of money in microtransactions.
On the microtransaction, on their Ultimate Team thing, yeah, huh?
Yeah, and also
that's all I play, but I never spend a dime. I don't spend nothing.
Yeah, why not? You don't need to. You play a lot.
Yeah, and also with the show is just RBI Baseball is taking a hit in sales now because that was pretty much that was pretty much the other choice for the other consoles. RBI Baseball if you wanted a good baseball.
I will say, sleeper game coming out, and I didn't even realize it was coming. It comes out in 2 weeks, but Power Wash Simulator is coming to Xbox. I didn't even
Power Wash Simulator. It is.
Power Wash Simulator is coming to Xbox.
You and your simulator games, and then I know you have I know you're
really like Power Wash Simulator.
And we were just talking about all the customization and stuff, and that's the same thing. That's basically slow motion customization.
Not really. It's just cleaning. It's just so relaxing.
But you need to change your nozzle and then like and then clean it because you're cleaning in the direct. Or it's the same thing, dude.
Not really.
It's the same thing. It's taking the same weird thing.
Like. I hate myself that I like that game, you know?
Right. No, but it's zen, right? Like you're just like, oh, this is fun, right? Zen. That's the same thing. That's like when Finance and I putting together our mechs, we're like, oh yeah.
I don't know if I put my mech together like that, but
I do. I need after almost I'm like, oh.
And there's another game called The Quarry.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it wasn't on this list, but I hear it is pretty good. I might actually get it on the cheap later on.
Yeah, I hear about that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to go on sale. I love that kind of interactive drama that they've been doing, like Until Dawn. Really love that game. I'm very enthused with it. I like that kind of style of game, but again, I don't really think it's one of those Game of the Year types, but I will play it and I will probably enjoy it.
I'm gonna take one from our chat. Autumn says The Evil Dead is a surprisingly good one, but it might be a little bit overrated. So probably knock that one down a couple points. And Evil Dead, if you guys haven't seen it, it's like the Predator that came out earlier. No, it's not the Predator. The most recent one. That's 4v1.
Yeah, asymmetric multiplayer.
Asymmetric.
It's like
Asymmetric means not symmetrical. So like one versus people. So it's like
Oh
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah, I know you're
Dead by
talking. Yeah.
Daylight, Dead by Daylight, or
Ducks Till Dawn, right?
or Evolve, or all those different
Okay.
games. Yeah, like asymmetric multiplayer where there's
Like
one
that. I can't
person
remember the name of
versus,
the game.
or Resident Evil 3 does the same thing. There's like
Got you. Okay.
Dead by
Yeah.
Daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, where there's like the murderer and like the murderer's chasing after the people. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Then they also did
multiplayer.
the Jason game.
Yeah,
it was the
Dead
same
by
thing.
Daylight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not into that kind of thing.
Have you guys played Neon White yet? I keep hearing
Neon
such good
White.
things about that. I have it downloaded.
Oh,
I haven't played it yet.
I have
Everyone's
not
just,
played
like,
it.
gushing about it. Every
I
I
just
know
talked
it just
about
came for Switch, and then I know it's on PC. I think
Yeah,
Matt
I
was
have
on
it
trying to
downloaded
play
on
it.
PC.
Right, if
Everybody
you've been
is,
in the
like,
Discord,
gushing.
you would have seen it being talked about in the last week.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
no,
Matt's been
sorry guys. I
raving
haven't.
on it.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
we haven't played it.
I
Yeah.
haven't played it.
Matt was talking about it. Okay.
Yeah, Matt,
Yeah.
I know what's talking about it, so I think he's gonna play it. Oh yeah, by the way,
I have it downloaded. I just haven't.
oh by the way, since I know you've been MIA with the Discord, Matt got a Switch, Ted.
Oh, great, good for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just
honestly, no, it's perfect right now because then he can play the 5 games on it. You can play Odyssey, you can play Zelda, you can play Mario Kart, and then a couple of the games here and there. Maybe if he wants to play
Metroid Dread,
Metroid, yeah, he can play
Metroid Dread's a great game. Metroid,
yeah, and that's about it.
well, he got one. I know he was doing some traveling, so he
Play all the weird indie games on it too. Okay, plenty of those.
But there's way other ways to do that. I mean, I like saying basically for me, like I played Mario Maker. You can play with that, but they're not supporting it anymore. Mario Maker's good. You can play that on it. You can play Rabbids. It's okay.
Yeah, the new Rabbids game's coming out later this year, and then
Final Fantasy
the Kirby game's good.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 you can play on there, which is good.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's just all right. So
X and X2.
Shifting the conversation, what games are on this list, or any other games y'all can think of, is in the Game of the Year conversation or something that you would like to see get nominated that you probably won't think will get nominated? Anything
Wait,
or
say that again?
Elden Ring is definitely going to be nominated.
Yeah, that's
It's
gonna
gonna
win
be
everything.
A
Win
finalist.
everything.
Lego Star Wars could be on top of a lot.
I
of
have
people's
that.
list.
I have that in my wish list right now on the Steam Summer Sale.
I just
and
wanted to
I'm
go
debating on
cheap. I just
buying
wanted to
it.
go cheaper.
Just
Yeah.
because of the sheer amount of content, the insane amount of content in it.
It's a long
literally
game
have
too.
it-
It's a-
I have it in here. It's $37.90. If no joke, if it was $25, I'd have been bought it. But I'm just like 37. That's like, oh, it's $12. That's a sandwich.
yeah.
But no, I'll probably buy it because again, I've already spent a bunch on the Steam Summer Sale on games I'm never gonna play.
All right. Finest. Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, I was gonna say
Underrated.
You think it's underrated?
Underrated. Yeah. That game.
What did it get? 8.9s?
It got mostly 8s.
Okay.
Maybe some 8.5s and stuff like
IGN
that.
give it a 9.
Well, like I said, mostly 8s. But
Okay.
Probably
But
just
no.
overshadowed by Elden Ring.
It got
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
that's
it
exactly what
got Breath
happened.
of the Wild all over again. Like when it came out, when Breath of the Wild came out, like everyone was
Yep.
like, "Oh,
All
like
over
Breath
it,
of the
yep.
Wild,"
Breath of
and
the Wild's
then
amazing. Yeah.
same thing happened with Elden Ring. But but Horizon was just amazing. And the fact is, like everyone else played it, like everyone that reviewed it, at least all the reviews that I read from like every major news outlet, they all played it on PS5.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few people that like I felt like played it on PS4, and it was absolutely amazing on PS4. I can't believe like they were able to cram everything that and make an equivalent version to the PS5 version for the PS4. The graphics were just incredible. And the gameplay they improved upon everything.
I loved the first one so much. Like one of my top games of probably the late 2015s, like that 5-year gap, 2015 to 2020, definitely one of my top games. So I haven't got Forbidden West yet because I just got my PS5 in April. So I'm just kind of catching up on everything now. But yeah, like I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm just gonna go through all of the games on the Premium Plus first before I just drop the 60 because I have no joke like thousands of games that I haven't played yet. So
of course.
drop 60.
Thousands of games.
No joke, you should see my Steam library. It's pretty stupid. Like,
And
it's
you're
really
still
fun.
buying stuff that's on sale, aren't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, I know that type.
That's everyone on
Yep.
Steam. Yeah.
Yep. But that's what I said. But the thing is too, for like those roller coaster games, I was gonna buy them. I had like an inkling to play them. I was gonna stream them in February, and I was like, they went in the back of my head. Then the end of April, I was like, I want these games so bad. I'm just having an itch to play them. Nostalgia. And I was like, you know what? Steam summer sale's coming. So I actually waited 2.5 months, and I was like, you know what? And sure enough, boom, they dropped down. I saved $27 on them. I'm like, okay, cool. And for $6, I get those 2 games. I'm like, that's fine. Even if I play them for 10 hours each, that's worth it. You go to a movie, so.
Let's see. Okay, so it looks like we have something going on. So we're actually going
About that time.
we're going to go ahead and finish up this show. So we had something actually happen. So we're going to go ahead and.
Or you could do the release rundown. Just run through it quick.
Yeah,
Let's
real
wrap it
quick.
Of course. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the release rundown. And
I'm looking forward to Cuphead.
let's see.
Oh,
Looking
you're
forward
a
to that
Cuphead
DLC.
guy? I love
Oh,
Cuphead. I've been
dude.
waiting
Hey,
years.
do you want to play together? You want to play multiplayer on
Maybe.
that? 2 players?
you-
I'm down.
One of my most proud achievements is from the first Cuphead. I beat one of the final 2 bosses without taking damage. I don't know how I did it.
Ooh.
I was in like the zone one day.
Yeah, well, one of my things is like my genres I play a lot are I'm excellent at RTS games. I was a pro at RTS games. I like third person action games, like Metal Gear and God of War, Spider-Man, all those type of games. And I'm really good at platformers. And so like Cuphead is just like my cup of tea. So I was like, oh yeah, this is good.
Is that pun intended?
Yep.
Yes.
Wait, I was waiting for you.
Yeah. So Cuphead, when's that DLC coming out?
Tomorrow.
Today.
Tomorrow?
No, 30th. You're right.
No.
Tomorrow. The 30th. Yep. Tomorrow. I thought it was today. Yep. Tomorrow.
Okay.
And it's free, right? It's just added to it, correct?
No, free. Are you kidding me? No.
It's not on Game Pass?
No, I have Cuphead on PC. I think I looked at it. It was just on my thing. I said on there. It says releases tomorrow.
No, I think it's like $8.
Oh.
Okay. It's not bad.
Well, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
No, I'm definitely gonna buy that. But no, if you want to play that for sure, I'm down. But yeah, so Cuphead, you mentioned Finest.
I gotta give it because it's one of those.
Oh god, dude, we got to start the game over. We'll just play through it over.
It's so hard.
There's no way just to jump in. No,
That's
there's no way just to jump into that game. You have to get your legs back under you. Period. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like not working out for whatever. Let me just go run a marathon. No, fail.
Not happening.
No, absolutely not. So, all right, what you got for us, Finest?
I don't know. Was there any last game of the year things that you guys wanted to talk about before we do the release rundown?
Oh no, I was just hanging out for the rundown.
I was just.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just waiting, and I don't know something's gonna come out and surprise everybody. That's my prediction.
Yeah,
You
of
think
course.
so?
There's gonna be one silly game that like it's been looking okay, and then it's gonna come out, and everybody's gonna be like, "Have you played this? You should play
That's
this
neon.
right
That's
now."
neon white right now. All I hear is neon white.
That's
right
neon
now.
white
totally
right
agree.
now, but in 6 months.
Oh
it's
yeah,
gonna
there'll be a couple more of those for sure. No, I agree. I think maybe even Stray will be good. Like I'm looking forward to Stray.
What do you
playing
guys
that game.
think about?
It's the ready. I can hear it.
Yep.
Yeah, the Crusader got reviewed extremely well too, and that's like a strategy type of game.
Okay.
Very much like Command and Conquer, Age of Empires type of
Oh
strategy
really?
game. Yeah.
The Crusader? Oh,
yeah.
that's. Let me look. Is it on Steam? Obviously it's on PC.
I believe. Yeah, I believe on
The
Steam
Crusader.
directly. Crusader 3. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, Crusader Kings 3. Oh yeah, no, that's been out for a little while. Yeah, I played it. I have that. It's okay. It's good.
Yeah, and so I think games like that, like Neon White, Ninja Turtles, Ollie World,
Great.
I felt like are all going to kind of just get buried. Like even though they're
yeah.
I think they're great games. Like I don't think they're going to be like Game of the Year contenders. I think it's going to really just fall on your Call of Duties and your
God of War.
God of War.
That's what I'm waiting for. I guess I replayed God of War this year on PC. It was phenomenal.
The only Soulsborne game I like is the God of War.
That's not a Soulsborne.
Yeah,
that's God of War is not a Soulsborne.
Not at all. Not even close.
They changed the combat to be more Soulsborne Soulsborne.
No, absolutely not. No, it's so much more active, and there's no bonfire equivalent. No, it's not.
So Soulsborns are like created, like they were like a genre based on their difficulty and the fact like once you die, you lose everything.
You lose
And
everything.
that's what a Soulsborne game is. God of
Right.
War is just an action adventure game with puzzles and stuff
exactly.
like
Yeah,
that.
I
It's an
feel
action
like anything
RPG.
that adds like the parrying and all that kind of stuff.
No,
There's
no,
always
no.
parrying.
No.
I never
Parrying's a
needed the
mechanic.
parry in the old ones. In the new ones, if you didn't do it, you
Have you ever played
do it.
Soul Calibur?
I don't like Soul Calibur.
Okay,
Not
but I'm saying, but there's a parry. Dude, you play Cuphead. If you don't parry, you lose.
I hate parrying. I just want to hit.
But
Okay, I don't want to take the time.
well, then
and
you
learn
should
Go
to
play
parry
Ninja
and
Turtles.
play-
Sekiro. Then
That's
you
what I've
should
been
play
playing.
Sekiro.
I was playing with it. I don't like.
You should
Sekiro.
play Sekiro, because Sekiro is one of the only Souls ones that you have to attack. And if you play too defensive in Sekiro, you die. In all the other Soulsborne games and Bloodborne and Dark Souls, you have to parry and wait.
I know
But
it's
in
not a
Sekiro-
true Soulsborne game, but it definitely borrows heavily from it.
God,
No,
I'm
fail.
disagreeing on that one. Yeah.
Alright.
Simply, nope. Sorry.
On that note, we're gonna parry into the release rundown. So here we go, my friends.
That was
The
A
release
plus.
run-
A plus
Thank
right
you.
there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I haven't done this for a while, but that was my one good note for this episode.
That was a great note.
Let's see. Disgaea complete or Disgaea 6 complete PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PC coming out June 28th. Let's see. I'm just gonna kind of since I'm kind of running all ins. Are you guys gonna play this one?
No.
I was thinking about it. Actually, I'm playing I have Disgaea 3 installed on my 3DS right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just
I've always
Disgaea
thought
3.
about. I bought number 4 on my PS3. I played like 20 hours, but the game is just so long. There's so
Yeah.
so much to do. I was like, I got to drop this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So for our next game, we have DNF Duel, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PC, coming out June 28th. Anyone gonna thinking about jumping into that one right there? It's a fighting game. If you guys haven't seen it,
I had no idea. I saw then I saw it's an Arc System Works game, and I'm like, yeah, I know it's a fighting game now, but no, I don't get that's not really.
Yeah,
for
no
me.
fighting game. No, I'm good.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's see if this next one speaks to you guys. Let's see. The next game is Escape Academy on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, coming out June 28th.
What is it?
Actually,
I have no
I
idea.
believe it got pushed back.
Oh, did it? Okay.
I think it did. It is going to be day one Game Pass, July 14th.
Oh, well then there you go.
There
which
we go.
I will play it. It's a co-op escape room game that you can play with friends. So
Well then, dude, let's play. I'd play that with you. I have Game
that's
Pass.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, hit me up. Let's do that for sure. I'm down. I'm always down for a fun co-op experience.
I felt like they've tried to do escape rooms before and it's never been done well. So that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah.
If this was in VR, that'd be cool.
I can definitely see that happening in escape rooms in VR for sure.
That would be kind of cool.
Some VR ones, but nothing like.
Right, but I'm saying if this was pretty cool and was in VR, I could see that being something that'd be awesome.
Yeah, same here. I don't think this one's in VR though.
No, it's not.
Yeah. All right, and then for our next game, Phobia Saint Difna Hotel. I don't know. PS5
horror game.
Nah, I'm good.
Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, PC, June 28th. June 28th had quite a bit.
That's today or yesterday.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I totally didn't switch that over. So anyway, there that goes. Little Noah, Scion of Paradise, and that is coming on PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. This game was tough to find. I couldn't even find a screenshot for this game. So that just may speak to the I don't know, kind of the development.
The reviews on Steam so far are okay. They're pretty good, but
okay.
I don't know. It's a roguelike game. So there you go.
I don't do roguelikes. Oof.
I do, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't even seen anything about this game, so I might have to check it out after.
It sounds like I don't like a lot of games. There's only 3 genres that I just don't really engage with. It's just I don't like roguelikes, I don't like FromSoftware, and I don't really do horror, but I play everything else. Like everything else, I'm
I
good
don't
on.
do real time strategy. So
Okay, yeah, see that's I love real time strategy, but that's the thing. But I'll play everything else. I just roguelites. I don't like the repetitive loop. I don't like losing all my stuff. I don't like banging my head against the same thing. I like
Yeah.
a story, a linear progression,
You
or like an
never
open world.
did you ever try Dead Cells? I know we talked about it a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I did. I put like 20 hours in on the Switch. I just couldn't do it. Again,
You
it's
couldn't do it?
roguelike. I
Okay.
tried.
Okay.
Hades is really the only one. Dead Cells are the only two roguelites I
Yeah.
like.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do Hades because there's a story to pull you through it at least a little more.
Mhm.
Which I think I have it on 3 platforms, so I should play it.
You
Just play
should.
it. Just play
You
it.
bought it
Yeah,
that many
I have it on
times.
PC, Switch, and PlayStation. So
Amazing. All right. And for our next one, we have MX versus ATV Legends.
dude, I remember those old school games back in the day. Those were so
What kind
fun.
of game is that? I don't know.
I think it's a JRPG.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And for our next one, and I know you guys mentioned this a little bit earlier, but we have a Portal companion collection on Switch that came out yesterday.
It's really just Portal
what is
1 and
that?
2 on.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
all it is.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
there's no
all.
updates or anything like that, but it's on the Switch. So
That's cool, I guess.
It was ported by Valve, so it's got to be good.
Yep.
Well, let's hope so. Let's see. And then there's Rogue Book on Stadia,
It has the word rogue in it.
but it's on Stadia at that. So I didn't even know
Oh, wow.
Stadia still had games coming to it.
It's actually not a rogue like.
No, I think it's a like an action RPG.
It's a roguelike deck builder.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if you like deck building games.
I don't mind deck building games. I don't like gravitate to them, but I've definitely played my fair share of deck building games. I mean, I used to play Magic when it first came out, first edition, like the actual cards.
It's done by the guy who created Magic the Gathering.
Oh, good.
wow.
Well, there you go.
That explains a lot. Perfect. And then we have Cuphead, the delicious last course on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Coming out tomorrow, June 30th.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are super excited. We already talked about that one, so I'm just going to keep it rolling. We
Yep.
have Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak for the Switch and PC coming out also tomorrow on June 30th.
Mhm.
Oh, I totally didn't get the picture for that one, but oh well.
Is that a like an expansion pack?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Or is it just like new content? Is it free? I don't even know.
I think it's a new zone, that type of deal, new area, new stuff, new class, that kind of like an expansion.
Yeah, I don't know either because the last one was called Monster Hunter
Iceborne.
Yeah. So yeah, it might be. It's probably just an expansion. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's an expansion.
Yeah. All right, and then this one that we have on screen, we have Outriders World Slayer on PS5, Xbox X and S, PlayStation 4.
Is this for Outriders? Is this like an expansion for Outriders, the game?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
This one adds some end game to it.
Okay.
So
cool.
if you were into Outriders, you can jump back into that world and keep it rolling. Get some new gear. And fight them till they're dead.
That's always a good thing to do. Fight them till they're dead.
Yep. And then lastly, we have F1 22 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC coming out July 1st. And that's all she wrote. Was there? I think Cuphead is the leading game that everyone wants to play here.
Yeah, that's
for us.
Cuphead
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
Cuphead
other
is it.
people, it's probably not Cuphead. They've played
Marky
the first
Mark though,
Cuphead,
for sure.
and they
We
know
need to get on that.
how hard it is.
Yeah.
I gotta download it and play it again.
I love fighting
same thing.
games.
While we're talking, I literally just downloaded it. So it's installed now. Yeah, so we definitely have to get on Cuphead.
Is there crossplay on Cuphead?
Maybe through like Xbox PC and then
Game Pass. Yeah, I'll check.
It
If
does
not
have crossplay. So if you don't have it on Xbox, we cannot do it together.
I can figure it out on Xbox. I can figure it out. Yeah, maybe I can.
I
I'll
mean,
pick
you
it up
play
on
with the
Xbox.
controller anyway, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Come on.
But you play with the PlayStation controller, don't you?
No, I play with the Xbox controller. I'm fine. No, I can.
Yeah.
No, that's I play the Xbox controller a bunch. No, that's totally fine. No, I'm down. I don't think Cuphead is that expensive.
That's $8.
Yeah.
No, with the actual, because I don't have the game on Xbox. I have it on
was
PC.
20.
Yeah, so with the I think the expansion pack, they're still doing a little sale, so like I could pick it up for if we were just doing a game like that together. I'm totally down.
All
So
right. And not that we're going to retread a whole bunch of topics that we've already spoken about, but just to go through some of the comments that we received today. Thank you, everyone, for their comments and writing in. Autumn Reed said that any developers do suffer, but the event should pivot and find a way to retain attendance, add tourney events, bring in other content, celebrity panels, etc. That was in reference to Gamescom when we were speaking about that. Let's see. Sionk Bomb Gaming. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. They were laughing at the amount of arguing that we were doing during the episode. Or not
Yeah,
arguing,
whenever me and Ted are
debating.
on, whenever me and Ted are
debating.
on, there is a high amount of debate.
I love it because it's good, it's fun.
Yeah.
We
No,
have very
absolutely agree.
opposite viewpoints.
I
But we
think we
don't.
all
That's
do.
the funny thing is like we literally don't.
There
We
goes
have-
the opposite viewpoints right
we
there.
just both like
On some
debating.
things, yes. Well, that too. That's an
Yeah.
East Coast thing, I think.
Yeah, or something like that. So, but yeah,
Let's see. And then Sion Bomb Gaming gave applause to Ted saying basically what was it?
screw Blizzard.
Blizzard
Yeah.
Blizzard Activision. Yeah, I think you just said like, well, fuck them or something. Don't buy their
Yeah,
stuff.
this is like
I mean, ever
just
since the
vote with your
whole-
wallet. Yeah.
They don't treat women well. Thing,
Nope,
you know?
they treat nobody. I don't treat women well. Don't treat minorities well. Bobby Kotick is a scumbag stealing money.
Big time.
Like, yeah.
All right, last couple of notes, guys. We'll plow through these. Sonic Origins released on 6/23. Also, this is going to speak to you, Marky Mark. Let's see. Autumn Reed said, yeah, paying $40 for Sonic Origins seems high.
Of course, it's high. They've released it at $30 before.
And then strong competitors for Game of the Year: Elden Ring, Tiny Tina's Wonderland's a sleeper hit. The Evil Dead we already spoke about. The Quarry is a great game. Matt Bliss said greetings from Ireland. We put that on screen earlier. And then lastly, some other contenders for possible Game of the Year. Towards the tail end is Modern Warfare 2, God of War, Midnight Suns, Gotham Knights, and Sifu.
Yeah, right now, Gotham Knights is my most hype. Only
Oh,
because
I was gonna say Gotham Knight looks like hot garbage, but
that's my kind of game. I love that style.
me too. I like third person action. I love it, but that game looks bad, and the characters look lame, and no, I don't resonate with any
With
of them.
Suicide Squad getting pushed back, that's what I'm gonna play.
Yeah, no,
No.
fair enough. Like I'm playing Miles Morales, just like finance to get my fix in. So
You go.
But yeah.
All right, my friends.
All right.
Well, to end this episode, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching and joining us and writing in. This is coming from Finest OVG, Ted. I'm sorry. How do I say your name? Teditor. And Mark, Mr. Madness. Thank you all for joining us today and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Lates. Am I supposed to do something now? Oh, yeah. Supposed to do this.
Yes.